Every breakthrough begins with a plan, and that plan is your budget. Budgeting isn't about limits, it's about clarity. It reveals where your money hides and how your habits shape your future. When you assign every rupee a purpose, you stop wondering where it disappeared. Start small, track expenses, categorize needs and wants, and set saving goals. A written budget turns chaos into control. The act of managing money builds confidence, not restriction. Your budget becomes your map to progress. Without it, you're walking blind. With it, you're driving straight toward freedom. Budgeting is the bridge between dreams and discipline. When you master it, you master direction. You can't change what you don't measure. Awareness is the silent power behind every financial breakthrough. When you see the numbers clearly, excuses disappear. Review your statements, identify patterns, and confront unnecessary spending. Awareness doesn't judge, it guides. Once you recognize leaks, you can redirect that money towards savings or investment. Knowledge replaces guilt with control. The more you observe, the better you decide. Every insight turns confusion into structure. Awareness transforms budgeting from a task into a transformation. Awareness turns struggle into strategy and clarity into confidence. Tiny changes today create massive progress tomorrow. You don't need a higher income to improve. You need smarter habits. Cut subscriptions you don't use, cook instead of ordering out, and save first and spend later. These simple moves free up cash without feeling deprived. Redirect that money into your goals, debt payoff, emergency fund, or investments. Over time, the effect compounds. Wealth rarely arrives suddenly. It builds quietly through disciplined adjustments. Every choice adds momentum. The smaller the step, the easier it is to repeat, and repetition is what creates a breakthrough. Each decision, no matter how small, plants the seed of financial freedom. Over time, these small choices create a life of abundance. The hardest part isn't starting, it's staying consistent. Most people give up before results appear. Stick to your budget like it's your personal promise. Review it weekly, refine it monthly, and protect it daily. Each consistent effort sharpens your awareness and strengthens control. Over time, consistency becomes identity. You start thinking like a planner, not a spender. That shift changes everything. When your actions match your goals long enough, progress becomes automatic. Structure brings peace. And peace fuels breakthrough. Consistency builds character, and character sustains success. Keep showing up, even when results are slow. A breakthrough happens when control meets courage. Once you've mastered the basics, it's time to expand. Use the surplus from your budget to invest, build skills, or start a business. Take calculated risks that align with your long-term goals. Growth demands stepping beyond comfort, but with a solid plan, risk becomes opportunity. Budgeting built your foundation, now courage builds your future. Every successful person once stood where you are, staring at numbers, choosing discipline, and taking the next brave step. True growth begins when fear turns into focused action. Your courage becomes the engine that drives your breakthrough. Your budget should move, not sit still. Turn your goals into living systems that adapt as you grow. Revisit targets every few months. Increase savings when income rises. Shift focus from survival to success. Let your budget reflect evolution, not restriction. When you see progress in motion, motivation follows naturally. The more you refine, the more efficient your path becomes. Momentum makes managing money exciting instead of exhausting. Keep moving forward. Each adjustment brings you closer to a breakthrough. Momentum transforms plans into power. When you keep adjusting, progress becomes unstoppable. Freedom doesn't come from earning more, it comes from spending with intention. A breakthrough is not about numbers, it's about mindset. When you align your spending with your values, you create lasting satisfaction. Choose meaning over material, progress over pride. Intention turns budgeting into empowerment. You're no longer chasing money, you're directing it. That's the difference between control and chaos, between surviving and thriving. A focused mind and a written plan turn financial freedom from a dream into a system. Intentional living multiplies purpose. Every intentional choice builds the life you once only imagined. The moment you follow your plan with patience, prosperity begins. Budgeting is the training ground for wealth. It builds discipline, awareness, and confidence, the real currency of success. Over time, your system becomes second nature, freeing your energy for creativity and growth. The process that once felt restrictive becomes empowering. You see progress, not limits. Every line in your budget represents a choice to grow stronger. Prosperity is never an accident. It's the natural result of clear direction and steady action. Your breakthrough becomes your new beginning. Every wise decision today builds tomorrow's prosperity. Your financial life changes the moment your mindset does. Budgeting alone won't create freedom, belief, and focus will. See money as a tool, not a burden. Shift your thoughts from lack to possibility. Every challenge is a chance to learn discipline and resilience. Stop saying I can't afford it, and start saying, how can I make it happen? This shift opens your mind to new solutions and smarter decisions. The right mindset turns limits into leverage. Once your thinking evolves, your finances follow. A strong financial mindset doesn't wait, it builds. Wealth is built in balance, not extremes. Saving everything brings frustration, while spending everything brings regret. True success lies between the two. Budgeting helps you enjoy life while planning for tomorrow. Allocate money for joy, dining, travel, or hobbies, but within reason. When you live with balance, guilt disappears and gratitude grows. You begin to appreciate both freedom and control. Balance keeps your goals realistic and your journey sustainable. The goal isn't to sacrifice happiness, it's to fund it wisely. Balanced living turns budgeting into a lifelong lifestyle. Every financial struggle hides the seed of a breakthrough. When bills pile up or savings feel impossible, don't retreat, refocus. Pressure tests priorities and forces better systems. It reveals what truly matters and what must change. Instead of fear, use urgency as fuel for clarity. Track every expense, cut waste, and rebuild smarter. Progress starts where frustration meets structure. Those who push through pressure become unshakable. Financial strength isn't built in comfort, it's built in challenge. Every tough moment is training for your next stage of success. Once you overcome, you hold the map for others to follow. Budgeting and discipline teach lessons worth sharing. Use your progress to inspire family, friends, or anyone starting their journey. Teach them that consistency beats speed and control beats chaos. The habits that freed you can free others too. Share your blueprint with humility and confidence. It multiplies your impact. Your story becomes proof that change is possible for anyone willing to plan and persist. The breakthrough isn't the end, it's the beginning of leadership. Your growth lights the path for someone else's freedom.